Hello everyone, this is Daughter Darkness, and today I'm going to be talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. And this is just a little idea I had while watching the most recent Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. That's the little 50-second mini-game trailer. Just seeing Twilight Town, it made me think of the skateboarding and the skateboarding mini-games that Kingdom Hearts 2 had. And just made me wonder if maybe they're going to try and do something a bit similar in Kingdom Hearts 3. At this point, we have obviously quite a lot of open world games, and quite a lot of open world RPGs. And most of these will have some kind of fast travel option, which Kingdom Hearts 3 will probably have by just allowing you to do it between save points, the same way you could in 0.2. But most of them will also have another transport option, something between going on foot and fast travel. So I just thought it would be interesting if maybe they did something a bit like that, and a bit like the skateboarding in Kingdom Hearts 2, and gave you a way to travel around the world other than being on foot. Obviously Sora has flow motion, which is something that most game characters don't have, but I still don't think this would mean it would be completely irrelevant. You'd obviously have glide and all that sort of stuff too, but I think maybe when you're revisiting a world, or if they have second visits in this game when you're going to a world for the second time, you could maybe have a different thing, world specific type of transport that you could use to get around the world a bit faster. So I just thought it would be interesting to kind of go through all the worlds that we know, or can at least have a very good idea are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, and think about what kind of transport we could maybe have in those. So Twilight Town, starting off with, well, keep the skateboarding. That's fairly straightforward. It's already got it. You can keep that, and you can do mini games around it the same way that Kingdom Hearts 2 had. Alternatively, maybe you could ride on the trams or the trains or something like that, but that's obviously a bit more restricted in terms of where you can go. Olympus, which we know is very likely to be the first world that we go to in Kingdom Hearts 3, well, there's the chariot that we saw at E3 2015, which is a Keyblade transformation, but could also potentially be a way to move your party around Olympus. Because obviously, if it was, say, a skateboard, well, you're not going to be able to jump between clouds and that sort of stuff with a skateboard. So either that, or just Pegasus, Hercules' horse, if Sora could ride on him, that would be a way to get around the world faster. The Tangled World, or Kingdom of Corona, that's a little bit harder. Admittedly, I don't have that much of a knowledge of Tangled, I've only seen it once, I think. But there is a horse in Tangled, and maybe you could ride him around the world in a second visit. Or else they could potentially find some other way to do it. San Francisco is a bit easier because, well, we've already seen what we could use as transport there, which is Baymax. The only footage that we've seen of Big Hero 6, well, it's not even footage, it's concept art of Sora flying Baymax, and that will probably take place during the story, but then it would make sense if you can do that during the story, that when you go back there, you can also use that to just get around the world a bit faster. As for the Toy Story world, again, I think there's a fairly obvious answer, which is the RC car. The car that Woody and Buzz used to try and keep up with the moving lorry at the end of the first Toy Story film is presumably one of the toys that's gone missing, and once you find him, maybe you can then use him to get around, because obviously the world is quite small, you're just small, so you can use the RC car to get around the world as you would a normal car in another world. As for Monsters Inc., that is again quite difficult. They have cars there, I suppose you could just drive a car, although that sounds a little bit mundane. Maybe you could use some of the helicopters that there are in Monsters Inc. We've already seen them flying around, maybe you could fly one later on, I don't know. So that's all the Disney worlds that we've got up to this point. The only other world I can think of is Radiant Garden, which has appeared in both Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I think chances are we're going to go there again, if for no other reason but to see the Final Fantasy characters again. I don't think they're going to want to miss Leon and Yuffie and so on. So I think we will go to Radiant Garden again. And speaking of Final Fantasy characters, well, Chocobos. That seems to be the obvious choice here. I think it would be quite nice to see Sora riding one of those. So I think that would be the perfect choice for a Radiant Garden world. It's the Final Fantasy world, effectively, in Kingdom Hearts. So it makes sense to ride a Final Fantasy related thing. Either that, or maybe you could get an airship of some kind. But yeah, those are just a few ideas I had. It was just a really random thing, and I thought I might as well make a video about it. So what do you think about any kind of transport in Kingdom Hearts 3? Do you think that we need it, or if it would be unnecessary because of all the other stuff Sora's got? And if so, do you have any ideas about stuff that could be used in different worlds? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below the video, and while you're down there, please like this video if you did, and if you liked it, then check out my other videos and subscribe to this channel. And as always, thank you for watching.